I remember a game in high school, a basketball game I was playing in, and I remember the first quarter started and I couldn't miss a shot. Every shot I threw up just seemed to go in. But then in the second quarter, there was this fan who made his way to the front row, and he just started screaming every time I would touch the ball. Every time I would touch the ball and go up for a shot, he would just yell at the top of his lungs. And at first it didn't bother me, but then it started to get into my head. And I went from being able to make every shot to where I couldn't make a shot for the rest of the game. This guy distracted me so much that every time I touched the ball, I would get nervous of when that scream was going to come. And I want to read a story about a time a disciple was distracted. In Matthew 14, Jesus had just been working miracles and feeding people and preaching, and he goes off to be by himself, and the disciples find themselves in the middle of a body of water on a boat. And all of a sudden they look up and they see Jesus walking on the water. And they say, Jesus, well, first they think it's a ghost. First they're terrified, they think it's a ghost. But then they call out to Jesus. Peter says, Jesus, if that's you, call me out and I'll come to you. And Jesus calls and says, it's me. And Peter steps out of the boat. And this is one of the craziest things in the Bible to me. He steps out in the boat and he's able to walk on water. Can you imagine what that would feel like? Just that miracle that you're walking on water and he's looking at Jesus. But the Bible also describes it as there was waves and storms. And there's a moment in Matthew 14 where it says Peter took his eyes off of Jesus and looked to the waves. And the moment he looked at the waves, he began to sink. And I want to ask you this question. Is there things in your life that have caused you to take your eyes off of Jesus and to focus on them? Maybe it's trials, maybe it's hurts, maybe it's just stress from work, but it seems like all your focus, maybe one time you were focused on Jesus, but now all you think about is this trial, is this stress, or these waves. See, we need to keep our eyes on Jesus. And then what it says is he begins to sink and he reaches out and Jesus reaches down and grabs him and pulls him out. See, some of us right now watching this Devo just need to admit, I've taken my eyes off of Jesus. I've let stress get in the way. I've let my life get out of control. I once was looking at Jesus. I once was staying focused on what Christ wanted for my life, but now I'm focusing on other things. Allow him to reach down, pull you up, and get your sight back on him. So today, I want you to identify what are the things that are causing you to look away from Jesus and to focus on them in your life. And let's get our eyes back on Jesus. Love you guys.